Captain's Log, Stardate 15, Captain Jim here, and hello to everybody. I'm going to start by talking about the competition, which is now closed, which I started about 4 weeks ago in a previous Captain's Log, and that was to create some sort of Dreadnerd themed artwork. The prizes were going to be one thing from each of the 3 loot crates. So the first one will be the swings for your shoes, to put on your shoelaces to make them all flashy and awesome. The tribble, because you know they breed and I've got a bajillion now, and they're kind of filling the house, getting kind of out of hand. And the third one was quite difficult because there was some good, there's all pretty good stuff. So I've gone for the sledge hammer chainsaw thing from Dead Rising, which isn't a pen. I actually had 2 entries into the competition. The first one was from Dan and Rachel, and you can see it here on screen, and it's a pretty cool drawing of the, Captain Jim's Nerd Slayer sword, which I'm not sure about the name of because it doesn't slay nerds, but anyway, uses the power of nerd apparently to slay other things, the enemies of mine, I imagine. Yeah, and it's pretty cool and designed. It looks pretty slick actually, and has got lots of features on there such as force fields and shooting guns and stuff. It's not too dissimilar from the gun from Farscape that Fargo has that shoots as well as slays. So pretty cool. Thanks for that. I will attempt to transcribe it into a digital format and add it to the avatar of Captain Jim. So the second entry is a musical entry, and that's from Daryl, and we'll listen to 5 seconds of it now. A pretty cool parody themed piece of music, and I really like that, and we'll also be using that in future Dreadnerd stuff, such as some animations and a new intro video that I'll be creating to kind of refresh and update the channel. So that's pretty cool. Thanks very much for that. As there's 2 entries and they're both pretty cool, and I found it pretty difficult to actually decide, I've gone for the cowardly option of saying you're both winners, hooray! And this being the case, I've had to make it a little bit more complicated on the prizes. So in addition to the swings, I've managed to add in the glasses, which I wore in Bulgaria, as you might remember from the first loot crate also. Donatello ones and all. You get 2 prizes. A choice of that is prize 1. A choice of that one for prize 2. Let me know what you want. First come, first serve. Thank you very much. Bit of a cop out, I know, but I'm that kind of a guy. So, okay. So with that over and done with, I kind of got a little bit of time to talk about something else. So I thought I would talk about Bonfire Night, as at the time I'm recording this, but possibly not the time you're watching it. In fact, probably not. It is the 5th of November, commonly known as Bonfire Night in the UK, and some other places as well. And I thought I'd quickly discuss, for those that are unaware, for various reasons, ignorance, laziness, or geography, as to what Bonfire Night is. It's also known as Guy Fawkes Night, and it celebrates the failure of a plot by a group of English Catholics to kill the Protestant King of England. Basically, it's Guy Fawkes was arrested on the 5th of November 1605, and he was found guarding a large supply of gunpowder, which him and his associates had hidden under the Houses of Parliament. And the plot was to try and blow it up on the first day of Parliament, killing the Protestant King James I and installing a Catholic head of state. So immediately afterwards, the local council and the Parliament allowed for the celebration of this treasonous plot that was stopped to be celebrated with a bonfire. So traditionally now in the UK, it is celebrated by a large bonfire and an extravagant fireworks display. Usually every town has their own one. Some places do it on the 5th of November itself. Smaller towns often hold them at the weekend around the 5th of November in order to increase the attendance. More traditionally, a effigy of Guy Fawkes himself, known as the Guy, is burnt also on the bonfire. In days gone past, children would make this and would bring him round the town in a wheelbarrow and collect money for charity, saying a penny for the guy. And then the guy would be burnt on the bonfire. This doesn't really happen very much anymore, but I think the bigger ones do generally put like a guy on there. So that's what Bonfire Night is in the UK, if you were unsure. I did go down to watch the Cambridge Bonfire Night and Fireworks display earlier and recorded some of it. So to finish off, let's watch some of the firework display and listen to the new Dreadnerd theme music. Captain out.